What is going on, guys? It is Joe, and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Welcome back to a full day of eating, but a full day of eating like no other. Full day of eating like the man, the myth, the beauty, Chris Bumstead. It's time to get huge. Bulking season is in full swing, and if you want to get big, you have to eat big. At least that's what they say. And so why not eat like the goat himself and really just see what that's all about? I mean, the best way to look like somebody else is to eat what they eat, right? That was sarcastic, by the way. Don't do that. Anyways, what we have for breakfast is going to be a smoothie. So what is in this bad boy is actually 120 grams of oats, 2 scoops of protein, 30 grams of almond butter, and about a cup of fruit. In the video that I'm like referencing this off of, he didn't really measure his fruit. He kind of just poured some blueberries and some raspberries in there. There's no real kind of set amount, but I'm going to estimate around a cup. Now, these are the estimated calories and macros for this meal. We have 931 calories, 72 grams of protein, 23 grams of fat, and then 114 grams of carbs to start the day off. I mean, over 100 grams of carbs for breakfast, that's how you know you're definitely on a bulk for sure. And overall, tastes pretty darn good. We have a big day of eating ahead of us. I'm excited. It's a lot of food. I honestly, at this point on my off season or my bulk per se, I've gotten to the point where I'm at a healthy body fat percentage, so I'm kind of just maintaining for right now. I like the way I look. I like where my strength's at. I like the slow gains of muscle that I am making. So I'm not really looking to push the bulk even further. And unless I'm doing a video like Chris Bumstead, then of course we're gonna have more calories. But for those of you that are bulking out there, if you find it difficult, because the hardest part about bulking is obviously eating the amount of calories that you might need to eat. If you need to bulk, chances are you're not really a big eater. At least that's how I was when I first started working out. I was very, very skinny, wanted to gain some size, decided I need to go into bulk. The hardest part about the bulk was actually eating all that food. So if you can find a way to get in some calories by drinking them like in a smoothie that's still kind of, you know, healthy and all that good stuff, and that packs a decent amount of protein, smoothies are a really good way to do that. The thicker they are, the more full you're gonna be. The thinner they are, kind of like this one's like very liquidy. The easier it is to drink, the less full you'll be, and it sets you up for later in the day to be able to get in all your calories and not be overly stuffed. So definitely highly recommend that smoothie. Anyways, besides all that, I'm gonna drink this. I'm gonna get ready for the day. Although this is a full day of eating like Chris Bumstead, I have a busy day myself. I gotta go to class, I gotta train some clients, and I gotta find a way to bring all this food with me. But as far as supplements go, I am gonna be taking an omega-3 with this. Chris Bumstead's a big fan of his omegas. He also puts in here a fiber supplement. I don't have a fiber supplement, so I didn't add that in here, but he does throw that in here as well. I mean, there's a cup and a half of oatmeal here, plus more fiber. I mean, I feel bad for whoever toilet Chris Bumstead goes to sit on later in that day. Anyways, I'm gonna drink this, and I'll see you guys as the day rolls on. Alrighty, I am about to start eating meal number 2. Now here's the thing, I just got out of class, okay? So I'm running a little bit late, but I have to go train a client. So there's not really much time for me to bust out my camera, show you the meal, but I'm having some bison, I'm having some rice, and I'm having almond oil on there. In Chris Bumstead's video, he used what's called macadamia oil, which I could not find in the store. So I decided to use another worthy nut, which is the almond. So I'm gonna eat that right now. I can't find my car in the parking lot, which is an issue. So that's a problem. By the way, I'm gonna munch this meal, eat and drive, and I will see you guys in the next meal of the day. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Alrighty, next meal of the day, what we have, which is a pre-workout meal going down, is none other than chicken and rice. And again, a prestigious nut oil, the almond oil. By the way, last clip I recorded on my phone, that's why the quality and the sound might have been a little bit off, but we're back on the camera here. But also all the food, the macros, the calories, we're gonna be in the description down below. So if you wanna see this kind of meal by meal, you can, because this day is all over the place for me, but I'm still trying to do a full day of eating like Chris Bumstead. But you know, next meal is gonna be a pre-workout meal. I actually fixed what he did incorrectly on his video. He usually goes shake, bison meal, then chicken meal as his like his pre-workout meal. He flipped the chicken and bison in his workout. I then came in, did this video, corrected it. You're welcome. He just prefers to have chicken pre-workout. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. But what we have here is just chicken and rice. I threw on some Tabasco chipotle just to add a little flavor to this. And pre-workout, we gotta add some more salt in there because you want a nice juicy pump. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's real simple, real bland, real boring. It is what it is. It's chicken and rice. Anyways, I'm gonna eat this and I'll see you guys in the next meal of the day. Alrighty, here with the next meal of the day, what we got here is some chicken, some rice, olive oil on here. I got some pink Himalayan sea salt. I'm just gonna go ahead and crush right on top. As well as I have a glass of orange juice on the side. I noticed in Chris Bumstead's video, he didn't really measure the orange juice. He's kind of just sipping it out of like the container. And to be honest with you, I don't know if there's something anabolic about orange juice that I'm missing, but I've seen Chris Bumstead drink a lot of orange juice. I've seen Anthony Mantello drink some orange juice. I don't get it. I don't really know. I know it's high in vitamin C, but I have some orange juice on the side here. It's pretty dang delicious. I'm not much of an orange juice guy. I don't really drink a lot of juice in general. It's high calorie food, obviously, all that good stuff. But I mean, hey, he's on a bulk right now, Chris Bumstead, so why not drink some of your calories? Why not get in some orange juice? You know, why not? Now, although this is a full day of eating like Chris Bumstead, for me, this is actually going to be a pre-cardio meal. I actually play indoor soccer every Tuesday night. In the off season, I do like doing that kind of activity. It's a higher intense cardio kind of day, just to keep my heart healthy, keep me active, keep me engaged, burn some extra calories. Hopefully, I'll be able to perform at a high level today with all these extra grams of carbs from the rice and the oatmeal this morning. Oh, man. That is good. I'm gonna start drinking orange juice more often. It's pretty tasty, pretty tasty. Anyways, I'm going to eat this meal, drink this orange juice, and I will see you guys in the last and final meal of the day. Alrighty, here with the last and final meal of the day. What we got going on is some potatoes and ground turkey. I threw on some sriracha and then no sugar added ketchup on this bowl right here, and as well as a sandwich with some almond butter. This is the last and final meal that Chris Bumstead has for the night. And of course, we got a little orange juice to go with it as well, because he was guzzling that container down in the video that I was watching. Starting to grow on me. I'm not gonna lie, this is starting to grow on me. Okay, so the estimated calories for the day are 4133. Overall macros are 460 grams of carbs, 140 grams of fat, and then 264 grams of protein. Honestly, when you break down these macros, they're pretty well balanced, and what I do like about this is that the fat is a bit higher. I feel like when you're bulking, people just try to have a certain amount of carbs and a certain amount of protein, like way more than you actually need, and they like for some reason want to keep their fat super low. I don't know if they think that like having less fat on a bulk is going to prevent them from like gaining fat or limit the amount of fat they're gaining. I'm always a big believer that you want to just limit that surplus. If you have a smaller surplus when you're on a lean bulk or a bulk, right, whatever you want to call it, that's actually going to limit how much fat you're actually gaining. It's not so much the foods that you're eating or the breakdown of macros, really. Just by monitoring that calorie surplus, the bigger the surplus, the more fat that you can gain. So if you want to add on some quality tissue and limit that fat gain, I would say go for a smaller calorie surplus. But I like that he has more fat because that allows him to basically just eat more food, eat more calories in general, without having to feel like overly stuffed all the time. A lot of this, it was actually guesstimated. Like for a lot of his meals, he kind of just poured on the olive oil and then guessed it was like around maybe 1 or 2 servings. It was honestly probably a lot more than that, but he can afford the calories. The estimated calories are 4133. If I had to guess though, based off of like kind of what we were using, probably a little bit more than 4,100 calories. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he actually measured what he poured out, that this would be close to like 5,000 calories, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, I don't even think he tracked the orange juice, to be honest with you, and that has calories in it. I don't think he's actually like weighing out his almond butter. I think he's just kind of putting it on the actual sandwich. So it's safe to say that he has probably anywhere between a 4,000 to a 5,000 calorie diet. My piece of advice is to take some of these food ideas that he's eating, take some of the tips that we give along the way, use them in your own day-to-day with your nutrition and all that good stuff. Don't, however, copy this exact diet and think you're gonna start looking like Chris Bumstead just based off of what he eats. Anyways, I'm gonna eat this and then go to bed. Wrapping the video up here. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you guys are new. It's been your boy Joe. Peace.